Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Give me the overall energy here as it relates to this collective. What do we need to know about love at this time? Oh, okay. So when it comes to the energy of a past versus new love, I feel like this is a collective that does have a little bit of reminiscing energy at this time, or there could be someone reminiscing over you, okay? You could be seeing 222. You could be born in 2002. Heaven help us if you are. You small child. What are you doing at this? No, I'm just kidding. Why aren't you learning? Go read some books. No, but I am feeling this is a collective that could be reminiscing at this time. What do we need to know about this past love specifically? Oh, damn. Some of you are having a difficult time making a decision here, okay? Some of you are having a difficult time making a decision. Some of you are going back and forth on something. This feels like a collective that already made a choice, but is having a difficult time like solidifying this choice or moving forward from this choice. Like you've already committed to this decision. You already know what you got to do, but now you actually have to do it and it feels hard. This is what it feels like. It's like you already know what I have, like, it's like I know exactly what my heart is telling me. I know what my higher self is telling me. My higher self is telling me that I need to let this go because it feels like it just puts me into my head, or I'm just overthinking, or I feel stuck. I feel imprisoned by this. It feels like it doesn't help me move forward. But it's like, how do I address this? How do I get in front of this? How do I allow myself to move beyond this? It feels very difficult for this collective. It feels like there's a lot of pain around this. And it also feels for some of you, you feel like you don't have all of the information to make this final stride forward, okay? Even though most of you do. You do have the information, but maybe you're just overthinking it, okay? What else we need to know about this? What is preventing this collective from moving forward? So some of you are having a difficult time, Some of you are having a difficult time planting new seeds because you feel at this time like you don't have the energy to do so, right? You don't feel inspired or encouraged to move towards something new just yet. But it's because you haven't taken the time to care for yourself. There's a process that has to take place in between letting someone go and starting something new. A lot of the time we think, okay, I let someone go and I'm just going to just spring forward and sprint towards the next individual, or open my heart up and I'll attract my new partner instantly. I feel like this is a collective that just needs to rest and reflect and take good care of yourself so you feel ready to start this new chapter. And that's what feels like it's holding you back. It feels like you're feeling held back here because you haven't really been caring for yourself or tending to your own needs. And that has prevented you from feeling like you're even ready to move forward. But I don't feel like the karmic resolution is with this person. And for some of you, you've been trying to get an answer out of this person when you actually need to get an answer from yourself. Damn. What do we need to know? What is the answer here my collective is seeking, though? What is the answer my collective is seeking, if anything? For a lot of you, you're wondering whether or not this relationship could ever be stable, whether it could ever have commitment, whether you could ever have a family with this person. Some of you that's what you want, and you want it with this person. So you've gone back and forth because you're like, am I okay with having this with someone else? Because I know that this is what I want for my life. Am I okay with moving forward just because this is more important? So I feel like what you're having a difficult time with is, what is more important, the person or what you're desiring from the relationship? Damn. That's what this is. And I feel for a lot of you, this is somebody who is heavily reminiscing about you as well, who's pulling on your energy as well, okay? I definitely feel like an M initial. M initial could be important here, could be significant. You could have M, they could be M. S as well. I'm feeling as well solar plexus chakra, okay? So this is the energy of like stepping into your personal power, stepping into your confidence, okay? Where is this person in all of this? Where is this person in all of this? Afraid, holding themselves back from initiating a new beginning, feeling like they need to take action but feeling stifled, feeling really stuck in their own head, really stuck in their own head. Why are they so stuck in their own head over here? Oh my goodness, because they're allowing themselves to believe something that feels like an illusionary way of thinking. Okay, even Newman's had it with this person. Newman's like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Get your shit together. Get your stuff together. I'm out. Okay, she's a low tolerance for BS. But yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's having a difficult time getting out of their head. Newman is me. Having a difficult time getting out of their head, and I feel like they've chosen to adopt some illusionary ways of thinking that maybe support them in other areas of their life, but not so much in this relationship. Okay? Dang. Yeah, it feels like, and I actually feel like what's happening here is the two of you going in two completely different divergent paths. I feel like this is a collective in which You are deciding at this time to move forward. And again, oscillating back and forth between those two poles of thinking, of feeling. But for the most part, I feel like this is a collective that overall feels more inclined to move forward. You do. But it does feel like on your person side, this is somebody who's going in the opposite direction. And I know that's not what y'all want to hear. But I feel that's what some of you need to hear. What some of you need to hear is that this is somebody who's not as brave as you. This is somebody who is not able to meet you where you are at this time. This is somebody that could be a twin flame, could be a strong soul connection, but this is somebody who doesn't at this time feel worthy of moving forward with you. This is somebody who would rather suffer than move towards the blessings and abundance your relationship offers. That's hard to hear, but I'm not here to blow smoke. For the longest we're playing violin as this shift goes down on this app, we're going to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, RuPaul Charles, it's true. I'm here to tell you this is real talk, tough love tarot. This is somebody who's decided to choose their suffering. This is somebody who's decided to choose living in their ego. What else is this person choosing over here? This is somebody that's deciding to choose something that feels phony and fraudulent. It could be related to a family situation, okay? A family situation, and it's bittersweet, but that's their, you know that song, that's their funeral, no one else's funeral, that's their funeral. That's their funeral. They've chosen this. They've chosen this path. And I feel for this collective, you feel free at this time to move forward. You feel like you're emboldened by the state of freedom. So I feel for some of you, you chose to come to this live. I manifested you and you manifested connecting with me in this live in order to be able to hear the tough love truth about this person so you could finally let go and allow yourself to move forward with confidence. Because here's what comes on the other side of you making this decision. Listen. It's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Listen.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright.
That's what's happening on the other side of this. A brand new cycle in which you will finally move towards your happiness, your fulfillment, a brand new chapter in which you'll finally experience the joy that you've been seeking. And you can have it all. You can have it all. You can have all that you deserve, and you should not have to compromise. Okay, you shouldn't have to compromise. And I feel for many of you, you know this. You know this. So let's see, what does this collective need to know about moving forward? Any advice for moving forward beyond this person? How did they get out of this mindset here, the shifting back and forth? It's difficult. This feels like one of those cases where you just have to allow yourself to have one swift cut of truth and finality. Swift truth and finality. As you allow yourself to just cut this down, cut this out for good, I see that you will feel a sense of relief. You will feel a sense of peace in doing so. It could be an air sign you're dealing with, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I feel very air energy here. I also feel Virgo. So you could be a Virgo, you could be an air sign. I also have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? But what comes forth as you allow yourself to accept a final ending here is peace in your heart. Is peace in your heart. And I feel like with this accepting of the fact, and here's the truth. When it comes to this person, and I'm going to say something that's going to be difficult here, but also in some ways a confirmation for you. You're not giving up on a relationship with this person at this time. I feel like you think you're giving up on a relationship with them. What you're giving up on, or what you're walking away from at this time, is what they were offering to you, which was a state of suffering, a state of discomfort, a state of accepting less than what you deserve. What you're walking away from is scarcity, and what you're moving towards is abundance. It's as simple and not so simple as that. It's as simple and complicated as that. What you're detaching from is a state of accepting the suffering that they've accepted for themselves. Because like-type frequencies attract. So for some time, you were willing to accept suffering because this is somebody who is doing the same in their life. They were accepting less than what they deserved, and that felt comforting to them in some way. Like in some way, it allowed them to retain some type of power, not asking for more. You came into their life and you reflected more. They were not able to ask for more for themselves, but you are. You are able to ask for more, and I see you doing so. I see you asking for more, and I see you doing so confidently, and this is what is going to give you the permission to be free, to move towards a brand new chapter, no longer identifying with a state of suffering. No longer making excuses for this person. Again, I know this is going to sound like I'm being really hard on them, but I'm doing so to protect you. I'm doing so to protect you. For some of you, you've made excuses for this person because they had a difficult childhood or a tough upbringing or background, and those things could all be true. Those things are all true. And it's not about judging this person either. It's about saying, I no longer am going to defend this person if they're not willing to stand up for themselves. If somebody's not even advocating for themselves and you're choosing to defend them, you're going to get lost in that process. You can only meet someone where they are. And I see that this is a collective that feels ready to move towards a place in which they feel peaceful in their life. And I see a lot of you within the next 4 months, after you go through this process of allowing your heart to heal. I see a lot of you in the next 4 months attracting in a partnership, okay? Could be with a fire sign. You could be a fire sign as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a balanced partnership that will potentially evolve into marriage, long-term commitment. This could be somebody as well who, within early stages of meeting them, expresses to you that they've been looking for you all their life. I see this person as being someone who's going to change your life forever, okay? And for those who are asking me, how do I let go of the past person? You protect your energy. You protect your peace. You allow yourself to not focus so much of your resources on distracting yourself, and you start connecting into how it actually feels to grieve this, and you face that head on. Stop trying to avoid it, because when you avoid it, it's just going to keep coming back. For some of you, you keep thinking that the pain will just go away. See, that's the fallacy of relationships, karmic relationships. So we say, oh, time heals all wounds. Time doesn't heal nothing. We heal wounds. Time doesn't heal wounds. We have to say, okay, I'm willing to confront what this feels like in my heart. I'm willing to accept how this feels. I'm going to grieve this. I'm going to process through this. And on the other side, I'll feel like I can be myself again. Back to the way in which I feel like I'm in my element. Feeling like I've got that energy back, that inspiration back. I'm excited to live my life again. For some of you as well, you felt like if you distracted yourself with work or other things, you know, or even like, oh, I'm going to commit to my fitness, or I'm going to just have like a revenge body, or whichever it is. I'm going to do all these things to try to make myself feel better. You've just been distracting yourself. And I hate to be the bearer of this news, but I actually feel like this is helpful, because now we can see ourselves truthfully. And from a place of true self-awareness, we are now able to make big changes, and changes that will be effective. So I see this as a collective that needs to face this head on. Face this head on and address the fact that this has been something that you've been trying to avoid in the hopes that it goes away. Nothing goes away when we avoid it. If you feel a deep pain in your heart, for some of you, the reason why you still feel the pain is because this relationship in some ways connected to your higher faith in what love could be. But I promise you, that was a wish your heart made, not theirs. And you don't need them to make that dream come true. I promise you don't. For some of you, that is the one thing out of all of this that you need to hear. Okay? The dream that you have in your heart, the wish that you have for your life, that is, above all, still available to you, because that is something that you created. You consciously created. This person didn't gift that to you. You gave that to yourself. Okay? And on the other side of this, I see a brand new cycle and chapter that will be so much more expansive. So much more expansive. So let's get some advice for this collective. Then let's look at the new energy. Advice here for this collective. What do we need to know? Damn. Your happiness is worth more, okay? If you're focusing on anything at this time, and sunflowers could be significant, that's coming through. Daisies could be significant. But if you're focusing on one thing at this time, focus on your joy. Focus on your happiness. Don't focus on this person. Did you make them feel special? Of course you did. Being with you is like being in the presence of magic. Who wouldn't feel special to be around you? I feel like we have to shift the perspective and paradigm away from asking questions that in some ways disempower us or impugn our level of confidence. Who would not feel special being around you? Who would not feel joyful being around you? Who would not feel thankful and grateful to be in the presence of a living, breathing miracle that you are? Of course they did. The fact that they were not able to feel special enough to want to pursue that feeling ongoing is on them. Stop making it your problem. I say this with love, okay? We've all been here. I am a triple water sign. I'm a Pisces, Scorpio. I can delulu with the best of them, okay? So don't feel like I'm up here judging you or waving my finger at you. I've been in your shoes, which is why I'm here to protect you. Mama Mercy's here to protect you. I'm here to support you. I want you to avoid future heartbreak, okay? And I see that this is for a collective that has lost faith and hope, but truly in their heart of hearts, they still have a dream that can be fulfilled elsewhere, okay? You have a dream that can be filled elsewhere. And don't hold yourself or shackle yourself. Thank you so much for the gift. Don't shackle yourself to this person who's choosing to be miserable. Okay? So, what do we need to know about new love? Let's get some fresh energy up in here. That was heavy message, okay? What do we need to know about new love? Yes, Michael. Okay, new love energy here for this collective. What do they need to know? So once you've made a decision, for most of you, okay? Once you've made a decision, and a final decision at that, from a place of being able to expand your consciousness, to be able to see what is best for all. Once you do, it's not going to be an extended wait to have someone new come into your life. The universe will see that you are ready, okay? Your guides, God, the universe, will see that you are ready. They will see that you have created space for this new energy, this new chapter, this new beginning, okay? So for some of you, it's as simple of getting to the point in which you're actually making a final decision here. Making a final decision, allowing yourself to see from the perspective of the greater good. And truly, for most of you, the greater good of the situation is you seeing this more from a perspective of what makes sense for you at this time, okay? I feel for most of you, the lesson you learned with this person was that you spent too much of your life orienting yourself in relationships from the perspective of other people's needs. Woo! We all felt that message. You spent too much of your life orienting yourself from the perspective of what other people needed from you and not what you needed from them. That's a big lesson. That's a huge karmic cycle. That is a major point of release, okay? So the fact that you're now orienting yourself to actually need something from others, of course, inevitably, relationships will fall off. They can't meet that dynamic. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean that this is somebody who's rejecting you or you're even rejecting them. It just means that your needs are different. The desires for the relationship is no longer aligned, okay? So moving forward, I see for many of you, it's about making this final decision. As you make this final decision is as you find peace in your heart. Peace in your heart in knowing that there was nothing that you did to cause this. For some of you, this is something you need to hear. When you were a child, there was a parent or caregiver who you felt didn't choose you, who you felt didn't love you, who you felt didn't care for you. You felt different. You felt like you were too much. You felt like your needs were too much. You felt like you were always ostracized, or maybe felt like you weren't included. Maybe you felt like when it came to team sports in school, you weren't chosen. Maybe you felt like in the friend group, people are always keeping secrets from you. You were always not invited to birthday parties. You felt like you were always on the outside looking in. And throughout your life, you had these experiences in which you felt like you weren't accepted, you weren't welcome, you didn't belong. But what's most important at this time for this collective is that you recognize that you belong with yourself. As long as you allow yourself to accept yourself wholeheartedly, there's no one else that can make you feel a sense of rejection. There's no one else that can put you in a place in which you feel like your self-worth is being impugned. Truly, this is about you coming home to yourself, giving yourself the love that you deserve. And once you do so, you are no longer going to be able to attract in these circumstances and dynamics that essentially recreate those old patterns. This is a new cycle in which you finally feel at home and you finally feel at peace. And when you feel peace in your heart, you attract in peaceful partners. You attract in relationships that are truly foundationally in a state of balance and harmony. I feel that this is for a collective that is ready. You're ready for a new chapter and you're ready to put these old narratives behind you. So for some of you, the reason why you're having a difficult time is letting this person go feels like letting go of a parent to you. That's a big message. Letting this person go feels like letting go of a parent. And when you let go of that parent in your heart, it feels like in some ways accepting that there's something you did that was wrong or that you were never worthy of being chosen. And that feels like it's causing you a lot of discomfort. But I feel that in this moment, what's most important is that you see this from this higher perspective. Okay? Allow yourself to detach and know that what is meant for you will claim you. What is meant for you will seek you out. What is meant for you will love you without opposition or resistance. At this time, you deserve to focus on yourself. You deserve to focus on yourself above all. Okay? And I see that in this moment, you have an opportunity to really take care of yourself, take care of your own needs. So for those of you who are even asking about new love, I know that this was a past versus new love reading. For a lot of you, I actually feel like for the interim, for the time being, it's about pouring all this love into yourself. I know that's not the message you came here to hear, but it's the message you need. Okay, good riddance. Sorry about it. Not sorry about it. No, it's true. For some of you, you need to just pour this love into yourself right now. And that's going to feel really damn good. It's going to feel really good. And you're going to come back and be like, you were right. You were right about it. I didn't want you to be right, but you were right. Okay? So pour this love into yourself, kings and queens. Allow yourself to be in this position of comfort. Make sure that you feel truly at ease and truly prepared for this new cycle, but do not take any action towards it. Allow the universe to bring someone forward that meets you at that high vibration. Okay, you are on the right path. You are on the right path, but don't rush and don't feel the need to rush. You are not being left behind by this person. You are moving beyond this energy, and you are doing so with intention. Okay? I hope that message helped for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If that was enjoyed or if you resonated with that message, 1111 down below to let me know that that was yours.